Hello, my friends. I am so excited. My seeds just came in the mail. Um, my gardening has taken a new turn since I moved to Florida 4 years ago. I used to be heavy into it. I had 4 by 20, 6 by 15 or 20, I can't remember, boxes. Garden raised bed boxes in my garden in Iowa, and then when I moved down here to Central Florida, I asked the lady in the house that I lived, I said, where do you put your garden? Can you put a garden somewhere on this property? And she said, oh, nobody gardens here. It's too hot and there are too many bugs. And you know, if you just watched my last video, I donned my new apiary suit, my beekeeping suit, because I have been stung, literally stung, more than a half a dozen times since we moved here, and 4 times in the last 6 weeks by wasps. So she was right in some respect that it is not a very pleasant experience to work out in the yard here. And so I've been gardening in pots and then the Kratky method as alternatives to gardening. But a friend of mine gave me a book. I can't remember the name of it and I don't have it with me. Talking about how to garden in Central Florida, and it was from one of the gardeners at the Lou Gardens in Winter Park. And I got very excited, and this year is the first year that I have thought about it far enough in advance to far enough, sorry, I got distracted, far enough in advance to actually plan a garden for this year. So the beekeeping suit is to help in case I want to. I have some sweet potatoes out in the front yard that I want to pick, and that will be some of my on the ground outside in the yard gardening that I'll be doing. I'm still deciding if I'm going to plant anything in any beds outside of my lanai, which is, for those of you who don't know what a lanai is, it's a pool enclosure or screened enclosure for usually in the backyard covering over your pool. And as you saw in my previous videos, I've done Kratky gardening and pot gardening, container gardening in pots in my lanai. And that's what I plan to do with these seeds. And today I am unboxing, quote, unboxing, unquote, my seeds from Mary's Heirloom Seeds today from Ramona, California, which is actually from the area where I grew up. So let's see what we have. What are we planting this year? Okay, so checking the invoice. Oh, I see. My red peppers, the pimiento peppers, are out of stock. So she gave me a refund, and I got some free seeds. And let's see which are the free seeds here. Okay, so an Autumn Beauty Sunflower Mix. I have no idea if this will grow here, but I'm assuming they knew I was living here, so hopefully they sent me something that I can grow. I have seen sunflowers here. I just don't know if I'm able to grow sunflowers here. We'll find out. I'm going to try a new squash that I've never eaten before, yellow scallop squash, and that is a very small squash. And I'm expecting to, since my sweet potatoes are doing quite well in my front garden bed, it's a flower bed in the front. I have an HOA, and they kind of frowned on gardens, vegetable gardens that can be seen from the street. But so far nobody has complained about my sweet potatoes because they look ornamental. And I have a spot behind a hedge that's still in the sun that I think I can sneak these over into that flower bed and try and grow these. And they're about that big. and they have the scallops on the side. I've never tasted these before. So I'm really excited to try something new. The Homestead tomato is reportedly a very good tomato for growing year-round in hot and humid southern climates. It's a compact tomato, bigger than a cherry, smaller than a beefsteak, much smaller than beefsteak, smaller than a standard tomato, about the size of a Roma, but it's round. And so I'm looking forward to that. Tom Thumb lettuce is supposedly, from what I've read, the best tasting lettuce out there, and for my pots it will be perfect because it's also compact and about 3 to 4 inches in diameter. So we're going to try that. And then this little gem is a Boston lettuce that's also compact and small and should do well in my pots, but I think I might try this outside in some Kratky jars and see how it goes too, because romaine doesn't do too well in Kratky because it's too big for my jars. So we'll give that a try in both of those. This will be my first time ever planting broccoli. And the Calabrese is the same type that you usually find in the grocery store. Blue curled Scotch kale. I actually have a lot of kale seeds, but I just had to buy some more because it's tradition. And kale grows, it is the easiest to grow. It grows in my Kratky jars. It grows any time of the year. And then I'm going to give a try with some carrots. Let's see how that goes. So I am looking forward to gardening this year and taking you along with me for those of you who are interested in gardening in this wild tropical place that I live. And I really appreciate you stopping by, spending some time with me, and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you for watching.